Okay, we are live with our family meeting. It is August 8th. Welcome, everybody.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
We're not all backstage right now?
Nope, you are live.
All three of us?
That's right.
Here we are.
So Ashley and I will fall off whenever we sort of get people streaming in. So we just want to give them a couple of minutes to get settled.
Great.
How's everybody's day?
Full of nervous energy right now.
Okay.
We're all just holding on.
It looks like we have a few people coming in.
Okay.
So I'm going to let Ashley and I fall off. Have a great time. MP, we'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lauren. Okay. Well, here we are. I'm going to give it another minute or two since we're being very punctual today. We have a ton to go over. We are really, really excited that the team has been working incredibly hard. And I think you're going to be really impressed and excited with what we have to show. So we're going to give it one more minute before we get going. And we are going to talk about how we're going to make this school in particular, this school year in particular, the easiest back to school year ever. In about 1 minute, we're going to get going. Just to do a little housekeeping before we start, if you have any questions, feel free to use, I believe, the LinkedIn comments. We're going to be doing a AMA, Ask Me Anything, at the end of this presentation. I'll be joined back on stage with Lauren, and she's going to go ahead and fire off some questions. Okay, it's 12:02, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So welcome, everybody. This is our second family meeting. We are planning on doing these quite regularly so that we can come together and continue to build a great company together in the hopes of making parenting easier together. For those of you who do not know, my name is Michael Perry, proudly a father of two boys, Leander and Solomon, proudly a husband to my wife, Alex, and I am the CEO and founder of Maple. I should also put head cheerleader to Maple because very proud and thankful for the hardworking team members who have joined me on this mission to really make parenting easier and learn day in and day out what we need to do to hopefully make a difference in our life's work. If you did not attend our last family meeting, the core of that meeting was making product improvements based on your feedback. We take a tremendous amount of pride as a company to build collectively an effort with your guidance. We read all of our app reviews. Sometimes they are painful, but sometimes we need to hear it. We read all of our Instagram comments. We read every support ticket, every email, and we allowed our last family meeting to design our roadmap. We rolled out customization so that you can put your family up front and center with cover photos, folder photos, and more improvements. We rolled out the ability for you to bring your tools outside of folders and have quick and easy access to your most recent as well as your favorite tools. And we also took a huge step forward in our premium product, Maple Plus, by changing our monthly plan to support households of 6 to include family members at $9.99 per month. These were all significant and meaningful steps forward as a business, but none were probably more important than our ability to also roll out versions of Maple on iPad and Android tablets, and for desktop experiences on Apple computers with a Apple silicon chip. That would be likely a new iMac, a new MacBook Air, or any of the new devices that they've rolled out over the last 2 years. It's important that we acknowledge that this family meeting, again, is guided by your voice. It's important that we take ownership of the fact that we come to work for you and that your input is going to be reflected in these slides today. We hosted and held our very first State of the Parenting survey of 2024 in partnerships with Eve Radowski and the Fair Play Institute. In the month of June, we had 1,300 parents across 16 different countries answer our survey, which will be available to the public next week. And what we learned is that 65.2% of participants claim that miscommunication causes household chaos. We learned that 33.5 identified scheduling conflicts as causing conflict in the home. We also learned that nearly 9 out of 10 parents under the age of 18 report back to school as a leading cause of anxiety, according to the Harris poll. And as we've discussed, it's not 1950. Kids today are far more active, far more engaged in extracurricular activities than ever before. And almost 90% of parents have their kids enrolled in something that probably adds to the scheduling conflicts and the chaos of the home. And so we've taken a step back after reviewing not only our data, which several million minutes worth of calendaring was done in Maple in the first 6 months of the year. We looked at the survey results from our participants and the third-party surveys and data that we had access to, and we have really nailed down that there are 3 large reasons that calendaring is incredibly hard for families, and we set course to significantly solve those problems, and we are thrilled to show you what we're offering here soon. So number 1, we realize, and I think a lot of people get in the business of family technology because the best calendars in the entire world, our best personal and work calendars, are not meant to be family calendars. Arguably, Google Gcal is probably the most popular and well-powered calendar on the market. Apple Calendar and Microsoft obviously round out the top 3, but these calendars were never intended for your family to be ran through. They were intended for you to personally manage yourself or for them to be for operational use in a 9-to-5 job. And so their feature sets and their partnering products to that are quite limited. As you can see here, if you're just by yourself, these screen views satisfies your ability to see your day. It satisfies your ability to plan for yourself into the future. But as any one particular person knows that participates in a family, you're never just planning alone or for yourself. You're oftentimes planning for many others. We took a look at what may be the most popular viewing calendar, which is Schedule. The Schedule view in Google Calendar has been a long request from Maple users for us to give some sort of this. We decided, how can we make the Schedule view a bit more family friendly and a bit more family powered? And so our Schedule view, you can see that there's some stark differences here. Not only is it your schedule in this view, but you can see the family members associated to these events directly inside the schedule. You'll also notice in our schedule view, we've done our local weather, which presents itself because as any family knows, when you're planning for the days ahead, weather plays an important role. You can access your meal plan from here. And we've started working on this new design pattern where mobile has presented a lot of problems with being able to have a certain level of legibility. So now quickly from here, you can tap on any tile and it pulls up the calendar details directly inside of this view state. We were really excited about this, but we stretched our imagination even a bit further to build something that we feel is a revolutionary take on the schedule view, which is side-by-side view. So now not only could you see your schedule in one viewpoint, but scrolling left to right, you can see everybody's schedule directly inside of this view. We're the only product in the market today that has this available on mobile as well as on iPad. And up until recently, which you'll see in a second, this has become my primary way of using Calendar because it is giving me a perfect bird's eye view into seeing my family's day. Schedule view, in comparison, you can see the differences between Google and Maple, puts family first, and it is available to all Maple users as of right now on Android and iPad, mobile and tablet devices. And we're super excited about giving you Schedule View side by side for free for your entire family going into the school year. The other thing that we learned about this survey, though, and why we have to continue to put such a large emphasis on mobile, is that mom is in the workforce. According to our survey, the State of Parenting Survey by Maple, 63% of our participants, 95% of which were identified as mother, work a full-time job. 12.5% identified themselves as self-employed, 10% identified themselves as part-time. This means that 85.5% of the people across 16 different countries who took this survey are full-time in the workforce. We wanted to fact check against this, and according to the US Bureau of Labor, moms in the workforce represent 74% in the US. So mom is no longer over a chopping block. Mom is actually in the boardroom. And they're also the one managing the family calendar. So the second large problem that we realize is that a lot of the products that are going and being invested in the market are stationed and fixed to a kitchen, but mom's office is not the kitchen. So we need to create the same power that larger surfaces could offer in a mobile format to change the way that families come together day in and day out to plan and organize. The current solutions that are on the market simply are not good enough. I think that that's a large reason why we had so many users ask for iPad experiences. But we needed to take it a step further. And I think today you're going to see very quickly that we've made the most powerful family calendar on mobile on the market. And today I'm ready to show off some of the things that we've worked on. First, we're introducing Timeline. Timeline is a first of its kind mobile calendaring experience that stacks your family on top of one another and allows you to scroll left to right in full calendar views to see available time opportunities throughout the day for your family members. There is no other product like this on the market, and I've been using it, and I can tell you right now, it's completely changed the way I calendar on mobile. You can scroll left to right, top to bottom, and we have both stacked and side-by-side views. So if you don't want to see your family on top of each other, you can see your family left to right, and the functionality is all the same. So you can see here on the left, Michelle, you can see her day spanning across the morning and what David's day looks like a little bit differently. You'll notice that when you tap on any of these events, we also see full calendar details associated to that. You'll see that your to-dos in those time slots also pop up. And to the left, how many of those tasks have actually been completed and what is remaining. Timeline is the most powerful view ever built on mobile. And one thing that we're really excited about is a new technology that we are building for mobile called calendar windows. So if you tap on a particular hour block inside of Timeline, whether you're on the side-by-side view or stacked, you'll notice that it creates a micro schedule for that hour window. So you have full legibility in mobile, and you have a full snapshot in that hour window of what every family member is doing in their day. We are incredibly excited about calendar windows. We think it's going to change the way people manage and look at time and availability and make it easier than ever for any one person to plan and coordinate on mobile. We've also, as you can see, when you tap on a person, we're introducing daily to-dos for everyone in the family. So when you tap on an individual, you can see the entire list. If it's not in that time block, you can mark things off as complete directly from there. So it gives another layer of functionality. Timeline is going to be available on iPhone and Android phones and tablets in the month of August. We're providing a view state for yourself completely for free for all Maple users, and a view state for your entire family is included with Maple Plus at no additional price. But we're not done. That could not be the only thing that we could build to create more power and more accessibility to families. We're also introducing Compare, which allows any person in Maple to select an individual in an individual day to find a time that might best work. So as an example, you can obviously look at Michelle or David for Tuesday, August the 20th, have a side-by-side view of them. Or you could look at Michelle, Tuesday, August 20th, or Michelle again, Tuesday, August 27th. And you now have a very easy snapshot to find an available time or to compare days for yourself or other family members directly inside of your phone. We're incredibly excited about Compare. As anybody knows, scheduling a play date or finding an available time often is quite difficult to do and has you ping-ponging around inside of a mobile application or has you seeking to get to a computer. But with Compare, you can do it on your phone, fast and easy, and we're really excited about this feature. We're also not done though. We also wanted to push ourselves a little bit further and put ourselves inside of every parent's seat, because as a parent with young children, you know, there's one stretch of the week that matters a lot when coordinating and planning, and that's weekends. And we're introducing a weekends only view in Maple. As you can see here, this is the week of August 12th through 18th for Saturday and Sunday. If you clicked on the arrow to the right, instead of going to Monday, it would jump you directly to the very next weekend. You can see weather 7 days out and 14 days out in Maple, and you can see calendaring events that your whole family is doing for any one of those days on the weekend. Super excited about weekends, and we think it's going to be the easiest way for parents to plan and coordinate activities, birthday parties, meetups, play dates, park events. You have it. Maple will be the first calendar in the world to focus on weekends only for parents. So with that, we are launching 6 brand new calendar views for back to school. We have Schedule, which is available right now in side-by-side view with your family or stacked. We have Timeline in 2 different view states as well that allows you to look on any one particular day at an hourly level with full legibility to look at where there's holes in the schedule, where there's scheduling conflicts, and give you a bird's eye view of your family. We're launching Weekends, a first of its kind calendar screen that allows you to jump 7 days ahead to plan and then compare, which allows you to highlight yourself or any member of your family on any particular day to find the best available time for you guys to plan and coordinate. Incredibly excited about these view states as they're only available on Maple. Obviously, we're not done. We have so much more left. Google has gotten some things really right. They obviously have a wonderful month view and a wonderful multi-day view. And so we also wanted to improve our week view and give multi-day functionality and also improve our day and month views. And those will also be coming to Maple by back to school year. And we're really excited about having what we believe is best in class in calendaring for parents in all view states and all gold standards. If you've been following along to Maple, you know we have a very ambitious and hardworking team of family members at Maple, and we try to push out a update every Thursday. We're not always exactly on the nose, but we do our best to deliver new value week in and week out for your families. And so please be on the lookout for these updates. Every Thursday, you're going to see something new in the app. And be sure to go to the App Store to update or make sure that you have auto updating on your phone. We're still not done. We still want to do more for your family in this back to school year. We are guaranteeing it to be the easiest year ever. And so we looked at what could be a third problem that's causing all of these calendar conflicts. Well, oftentimes you have different family members whose work or personal life is associated to a different piece of software. My wife likes to use Apple Calendar, or she did before Maple. I always was a Google Cal person, and now my son, who's active in sports, is on TeamSnap. And so you have all these different calendars with all these different people that's hard to manage and hard to create the right level of visibility. Maple has taken the time to build calendar integrations so all of this information can live directly centered in the app. So if one person has Google or TeamSnap or Apple, we have 3 different Microsoft integrations. They can all be in one spot so the information can be centralized for all family members to take action on. Now, historically, this is not some groundbreaking piece. There's other companies that offer this. We will be, I think, not 100% positive because I haven't done all of the research, but we feel relatively confident, the first company to offer one free calendar integration for all Maple users. Historically, you had to be on Maple Plus to integrate a third-party calendar into Maple. We are going to be making one calendar integration completely free so that we can help continue to create the right level of value for all families. And so not only do we believe that Maple is the most powerful family calendar in the entire world, we believe that it's also going to be the most affordable. For back to school, for 1 month until September 9th, we are adjusting our Maple Plus pricing for $49.99 for your whole entire family for your first year. That's down from $75.99. And when we took a look at how this stacked up with other players in the market, we offer more calendar views than any other device. And our first year right now is $49 for the year. That roughly breaks down to $4 per month for your first year on Maple. Hearth, with requiring additional hardware at $599, and their monthly subscription fee has you at $685. And Skylight also requires additional hardware. They're $299. So the cost savings with Maple is significant if you're considering the premium product. But again, we've done our best to create as much value in our free product as possible. So the most powerful family calendar in the entire world It's also the most affordable in the entire world. But lastly, from my end, it's important that you recognize and we all understand that Maple is far more than an application. Maple is actually a platform. And we've done a really, really valid effort of going out and finding the best companies in the world to work with on behalf of parents. Earlier this year, we announced our integration partnership with Instacart, which is obviously a leader in last mile and grocery delivery services. And that's available for all users directly in our shopping list. But we heard and heard and heard again, time and time and time from parents that they also need to help, not just on the planning and the organizational aspect, but on the execution side. So we went out and we formed an amazing, amazing partnership with Sundays. I'm really thrilled to welcome Ashley Chang, who's the CEO and co-founder of Sundays, on stage with me today. Ashley, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave it to you to bring everyone up to speed on what you guys are doing, but thank you for coming, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm Ashley. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sundays, and I'm super excited to be here today with the Maple team. We've been running a really fun partnership, and we think it will be even more powerful heading into the school year. If you haven't heard of Sundays before, we are an executive assistant service for parents. We help parents get focused time back at work, and most importantly, quality time back with your family when you're at home. We have a team of human executive assistants. You can see a few of them here. All of our team is based in the US, and they are other parents and caregivers. So they know exactly what you're going through heading into the school year. Each family we work with works with one person on our team, and they become a really close partner to you and your family. So they can proactively help you take on all of the work that it takes to keep your family running. We like to call it life ops. So things like dentist appointments, getting ready for the holidays, and even filing insurance claims. We know it's a lot of work, and we love taking it off your plate so you can have time back for the things you love. I got a sneak peek of Maple's State of Parenthood survey earlier this week, and I thought it illustrated a really interesting point of where we are in the work and family balance. I was excited to see that 85% of moms are in the workforce in some capacity, but at the same time, over 50% of parents say caregiving has negatively impacted their career, and 44% of parents feel stressed at the end of the day, with only 15% saying they felt happy. Our goal at Sundays is to help more parents have meaningful careers and families, but also to enjoy their time while they're doing both. We think partnering with Maple is a huge opportunity to help even more families do that. We know that back to school is an especially stressful time. Your family needs to change up your routine, and there's a ton of mental and physical work that goes into making sure your family is set up for the new year. We're working with Maple to make that easier for you. And we think there's two big steps. The first is getting organized with Maple, and the second is getting things done with Sundays. Here's a little overview of how we work with Maple today. I'm sure you saw all the awesome new features that they're rolling out for you. When we work with Maple, we recommend creating folders for all the areas of your family life, from sports to school, meal planning, or upcoming trips you have going on. We know family things are coming at you all the time, and we recommend just dropping everything into Maple so it's all in one place when you need it. Once you're organized, though, you need someone to actually do it, and that's where Sundays comes in. The awesome thing about working with Sundays on Maple is we actually work with you within the app. So your Sundays assistant is also there with all of the family stuff you have going on. We create a Sundays folder where we share tasks, files, and you can actually chat with your Sundays assistant within the Maple app. You can also give them access to anything else that you have going on. So if they're helping you plan that birthday party, they can just join your Maple folder and you can see all of their work in the same place as yours. For back to school, there are a few areas that we're focused on right now. One of them is what Michael just talked about of getting school calendars set up, which is really big. They have a lot of awesome integrations, but it takes some time to actually get those set up. So that's where your Sundays team can come in. We also help with extracurricular activities and figuring out exactly who's going to be dropping people off at what sports this week. We'll help with finding childcare for that Thursday in 2 weeks when school is actually off, and everything from meal planning to finding the best math tutor for your fourth grader. We also love, while we can knock out these tasks right now, our goal is really to build a long-term relationship with you and your family so we can proactively help you get ready for the future. We're already thinking about the holidays and even summer camps next year. And so we would love to support you in soaking up the last few days of summer and taking off these things off your plate. If you're interested in working with Sundays on Maple, you can email us at maplewithsundays.com, or if you happen to have your phone out, you can scan this QR code and head right to our website. We're hoping to work with a bunch of you soon. Thanks.
Ashley's a superstar. For those that don't know, Ashley's a superstar.
Ashley's the best. Her team is
she
the
is
best too. Yeah.
They are. It's been a huge blessing to get to work with Sundays and Ashley. Wonderful human beings. If you haven't, I would absolutely follow Ashley on LinkedIn as well. She continues to be, I think, a trailblazer in thought and bringing more awareness to what needs to happen at home to create better quality of life and balance, and to also, I think, generally keep women actively in the workforce, which I really appreciate her advocacy for that. With me now again is obviously our fearless Lauren.
I'm back.
She's back.
I'm back. Hi, everybody. Michael, I'm going to drop you if that's okay, just as I go through this part so you can have a break. Does that sound good? We'll see you in just a minute. Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren Esel. I'm the head of marketing and partnerships at Maple. So excited to have you tuning in today. As back to school kind of gears up, we are actively trying to help parents ease into this season. And one of the biggest ways that we thought we could do that was with a giveaway. So Michael, will you change the next slide? Thank you. So we have a back to school giveaway. It's on right now. It started just a couple of days ago. And we are so fortunate to have Ashley and the Sundays team giving away 5 free hours this week of executive assistant time to a Maple family. The only thing that you have to do to be a part of this giveaway is actively use Maple. We have 16 brands, 28 items, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of prizes, and we're giving them away every Friday. So on Monday on our social channels, we announce what we're giving away, and then on Friday, we do the actual giveaway. So all you have to do again is download Maple and then use it to prepare for back to school during the week, and then you are entered into the running. Michael, I'm going to bring you back up. There is an AMA. Michael, do you want me to read these questions to you, or how would you like to do it?
Yeah.
Okay,
First of all,
great.
I'm really excited about the raffle. Thank you to our 16 partners. I know you kind of covered this, but they're just giving things away. They care super deeply about parents.
Yeah.
I think it's always amazing when you have the opportunity to talk to other people who are operational leaders or founders at other companies that are very mission oriented. So shout out to every single brand, business, and executive who understands what parents are going through at this time and are trying to participate in some cost savings and motivational activities to just slowly chip away to kind of help avoid some procrastination, just to slowly every week chip away at getting ready for back to school, and in the process of that, potentially winning some cool stuff. So that's awesome.
So we did have a bunch of Maple families write in. We have a few questions for you, Michael. At any point, please feel free to drop a question into the LinkedIn Live chat and we will get to it. But Michael, let's just start with some of the ones that came in via email. Can you add an option to have federal holidays, US and Canada, to the Maple calendar, please? That's the first.
Yeah. So do you know who asked this question by any chance?
Yeah, I'll find her name in just a
Okay.
minute. Yeah.
Well, whoever asked that question, thank you, first and foremost. We've actually discussed this like 20 times at Maple. We ideally are going to create an option inside of the calendar settings. If you download the latest version of Maple, and you toggle over to the calendar tab on the bottom, you'll notice that on the top left-hand corner now, we've really made a pretty significant lift on that little sprocket there that pops out a little like hamburger style slider menu. You'll notice there's a bunch of screen view options, filtering options, family visibility options. Ideally, we're going to continue to bolster that, and we're going to add holidays that people can toggle on and off. So we will get there. We want to get there. We understand it's annoying to have to add those things. Part of our problem is that thankfully we help tens of thousands of families across the world. And we have not been able to figure out how to isolate holidays specifically to one country just yet. And we just don't want to annoy people and force holidays on every single person's calendar that may not have the same federal holiday schedule. So we will get there. And as we do, we will be sure to keep you well informed.
Thanks, Michael. The next question is it possible to bring the desktop version to our computers for Maple?
Yeah, so we used to have this must be I'm wondering if they've been on Maple for a long time.
Yeah.
We used to have growmaple.com that you could log into and use Maple on the web. Truthfully, we just didn't think the product was that good, and we don't want to. There's a lot of bad products out there, and I don't want to really kind of tear any brands down, but we realized that we didn't want to be a bad product, and we were giving a bad product to the market. And so it's not a lack of us wanting to. We certainly want to have a desktop product. We fulfill that to some degree for Apple computer users and obviously tablet users. But if you have an Apple computer, a new one, and you go to the App Store and you search Maple, you can actually download our iPad app onto your computer. I know that's not what someone might be looking for specifically, but as our team continues to grow and we have the right level of resources, our goal and our hope is to make Maple accessible on all devices and to create a world-class experience on that device. For right now, we know that it's imperative that we make our mobile experience more superior than it is today. And we're just continuing to keep our head down to build what we believe is the best in class product for mobile.
Perfect. Okay, the third question. I synced Google Calendar to my Maple, but I can't categorize existing events. This would be a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer for that. We have to get better on how we allow for calendar syncing to be customizable in Maple and categorized in Maple. Right now it's bulk. And it's just like a Google Calendar event versus you may want to have specific, it sounds like specifically labeled other calendar events populating in Maple and be, organized in Maple. All I can say is that hopefully this presentation of anything showed that we have a very serious lift and commitment to making our calendaring experience significantly better in the next 4 to 6 to 8 to 12 weeks. And syncing is a huge part of that. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that we're actually building that didn't make it to this deck. Quite candidly, one of the biggest feature asks has been search. We're actively working on search right now, but the deck became quite long, and we understand that parents are essentially taking this during their lunch break. So you might be pleasantly surprised by how we improve calendar syncing over the coming months.
Yeah. So we answered this question in the last family meeting. We're going to have to answer it again because it has come in almost every single day. And that question is, widgets, are they coming back? Are they not coming back? What's happening?
So if you're a long-standing Maple user, you probably remember we had a to-do widget. At least we promoted it to you that we had a to-do widget. Oddly enough, not a lot of people used it. The second we got rid of it, every single person wanted us to bring it back. Similar to the web question or the desktop question, our widget wasn't performing. It didn't meet our expectations. And there's some technical complications on calendaring specifically so that we can keep it as real time as possible. So the short answer is yes, we're going to eventually bring widgets back. The long, complicated answer is when. And I'm making it a personal goal that I don't want to be held to, but I'm making it a personal goal that no family will need to go into 2025 without a widget. I think that would be a pretty cool end of the year. Maybe our next family meeting, that's one of our big announcements that we're bringing to do and calendaring widget back as you get ready for 2025, which feels insane to say that we're already talking about getting ready for 2025 since we're talking about getting ready for back to school. But yeah, we hear you loud and clear. Candidly, we probably have at least one person request widgets every single day. We just don't want to stand behind a bad product. And the way that we're able to move super fast right now is that everyone on our team is dedicated and focused on making the mobile experience the best in the world. And I truly would challenge any company to beat us on mobile. I don't think that there's a better calendaring product made by anybody for parents, for mobile in the entire world right now. And the way that we've been able to do that is just having intense laser focus and not trying to build on every surface, but just really focus on the mobile experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we have someone commenting that they're enjoying this and they think Ashley's a superstar.
Ashley is a superstar. She is a superstar. Hopefully she's hearing that. Though I think she might know it. I think she's got that energy that she knows she's a superstar. I like it.
Okay, last question. Can you describe the difference between Maple and Maple Plus?
Our goal, to be super honest, our goal is to make sure that our free application always provides a tremendous amount of value, right? We believe that we are providing every single family with everything they actually need to run a smoother household. That's it, right? So to be quite frank, if you want to use Maple, we're going to continue to make Maple awesome and and make Maple better. If you want to use Maple Plus, it does provide a bit more juice, right? So it's above and beyond everything that you may need. It's everything you want. So you don't want ads, you want customization, you want more than one calendar integration, you want all the calendar views, you want to be able to really take advantage of our AI, because right now we offer AI for free to all users, but for Maple you only get to use it 5 times, and for Maple Plus users you get to use it at an unlimited amount. So again, I think it's the difference between what do you need versus what do you want. And Maple gives you what you need, and Maple Plus probably gives you a bit more of what you want.
I love that answer. I always describe it as giving parents superpowers, Maple Plus, because it
That's
just
it.
gives that next level
That's it.
control over Maple, really making it your own.
Yeah, and candidly, I don't know who asked, but like I'd say about half the people that work at Maple just use Maple's regular product.
Yeah.
Just Maple, because like it is great. It's probably Maple by itself is better than every other product on the market. Our free version is better than any paid version you can go look into.
Yep.
And that we're intentional about that. We really don't want to discourage. There's no way, 0% chance on earth I would expect a family to spend $650 to use our product. It'll never happen. It's also why we don't want to be a hardware company. I just don't think families, in today's inflation, in today's market, today's cost of living, I would rather someone take that extra $600 and put food on the table for their kids. And so we've been very, very intentional. And thank you to our partners who are likely listening, who've been able to pay for sponsorship placement, put ads in the product. To keep our product free, our value proposition always to our ad partners, our sponsors, is that we're trying to keep this product free for people. And we are very committed to that. And we're also very committed to giving people those superpowers in Maple Plus.
Yeah, love that. So if we missed any questions, and I'm not seeing any right now, but if you have any later, just drop them into the chat and we will also get back to you via LinkedIn chat so that we can answer them. Michael, I'm going to fall off, but thanks everybody. Michael's going to say goodbye, and here's to a successful back to school season.
Absolutely. So one last thing, and I think it's an important thing. I first want to thank everyone who attended for coming. If you're a new Maple user or a longstanding Maple user, I just want to thank you personally. I really do feel that we are so in this together. And I just want to make one call out that I think is really important. That is 100% of the people that work at Maple, they have a family. They either see themselves as a father, a husband, a mother, a wife, a sister, a daughter, a brother, cousin, a nephew, a niece. Somebody in our company is representing you. Somebody in our company is lobbying and fighting and standing in meetings and working very hard to build products that from that seat, from that pole position, from that title, they believe that they would need to do and serve their family in their best capacity. And I think that that's what makes Maple a super special company. But I want to extend that olive branch to you as well. And that you also have a full open communication line to me. My email is michael@growmaple.com. If we are failing your family or failing your ability to perform at the highest level as a father, as a mother, please email me. I desperately want to know what's going on so that we can work incredibly hard to make your household as operational, as equitable, and as healthy and happy as humanly possible so that we can continue to be the backbone that powers your life work and your purpose as a human here on earth and as a parent. So a big thank you again, and a thank you to the Maple team who has oftentimes sacrificed time with their own family to serve your family. I'm so greatly appreciative, and I really hope that everybody has